Om Sri Mahaganapathye namah Saraswatyai namah Om Shri Gurubhyo namah Paradevataye namah Om Sri Ramachandraya namah Sadguru Saishwaraye namah Om Sairam Om Asahayasahayaya namah. Now let us hear the chapters of Sri Sai Satcharita written by Hemant Pant based on Sri Sai Satcharitam written in Malayalam by N.Somashekaran, translated by Sulini.V.Nair. Chapter 14. On Dakshina. My heartfelt salutations at the feet of Sai, the ever dispassionate Lord of the universe, the ocean of compassion. Sai's story is all sweetness within and without. Sai is the embodiment of bliss. His words are sweet, his gait is sweet, and Leelas are the sweetest. Why did he perform so many divine Leelas? Only for his devotees, so that they have these Leelas to contemplate, purify their hearts, and become blissful. Baba desired that man must live in this world happily and at the same time grow spiritually. Why so? This is because human birth is very rare. The human body is attained only through the power of great merit from previous lifetimes. We have been given this human body to know God and become blissful, but instead, if we fritter away our lives eating, sleeping, mating, and remaining fearful, our joy will be no different from the joy that animals experience. Animals too do all these things. In truth, those who lead such lives can rightly be considered animals without tails or horns. A lifetime is as short as a flash of lightning. Fear of death keeps us from enjoying true happiness even for a moment. Have you not seen logs of wood floating together along the river's current? When there is a sudden gush of water, they get separated. From there, they go their separate ways, never to come together again. Similar is our journey in this world with our parents, children, family, and friends. We may all be together now, but in the next gush of water, we may get separated, never to meet again. We could say that one who does not strive for and attain spiritual progress has put to waste his mother's pain and effort in birthing him into this world. Our lives are wasted if we do not seek refuge at the feet of the divine. One who believes death will arrive only later deludes himself. The thought of death must never leave the mind. This body is food for death. Therefore, put each moment to good use with alertness, for we may have to leave this earth at any moment. Reading Sai's story with love will give us the most priceless treasure in life, growing devotion to him. The highest happiness will be ours. The power of Sai's Leelas is incomparable. When we start listening to his stories, Sai will begin to shine ever brightly in our inner eye. We will feel the joy of his presence while walking, eating, sleeping, when alone or in a crowd. Always. Thus, he will become the object of deep meditation. When this becomes constant, our minds get fully suffused with Sai and gradually purified and transformed into pure consciousness. How greatly noble is that state! Baba knew of everything, even though he never went anywhere. This was because he was always conscious that he alone pervaded all of creation. That is not our experience yet, because we continue to dwell in duality due to our ignorance and attractions to sense pleasures. We consider ourselves different and separate from this world and all beings in it, while the truth is that we are one with all there is, and there is not a bit of space in which we are not. This truth needs to be fixed steadfastly within. What happens if pure water gets mixed with pure water? They become one, with no difference between what they were earlier and what they have become now. Logs of wood may look very different from each other, but when we put into the fire, they simply become one with it, losing all differences. Baba was ever lost in the contemplation and consciousness of Brahman. Even when we see the moon in water, we know that its real place is up in the sky. In the same way, though Baba was ever amongst his devotees, his real abode was never there at all. Many gurus impart spiritual advice and many disciples receive it from them. But Sai imparted not only knowledge but also experience. Such gurus are very, very rare. Ratanji was a Parsi mill contractor and trader from Nanded. He was wealthy, righteous and highly charitable. No one returned empty-handed from his presence. He had cattle, horses, vehicle and agricultural lands. In the eyes of the world, Ratanji seemed the luckiest and happiest man. But in truth, inwardly, he was very sad. The reality is that there is no perfectly happy man in the world. Each one has his sorrows to deal with. No man can be called perfectly happy. Ratanji was deeply tormented by the pain of childlessness. Bhajan without devotion, music devoid of rhythm, Brahmin without the sacred truth, pilgrimage without penitence, adornment without a necklace are all futile and deficient. So too is a householder without offspring. Ratanji wept and prayed day and night for a son. He had great regard for Baba's devotee Das Ganu and opened his heart to him. Das Ganu advised him to go to Shirdi, seek Baba's blessings and pray for a child. Accordingly, Ratanji went to Shirdi and received Baba's darshan and blessings. He lovingly placed a garland around Baba's neck and offered fruits at his feet. Then he prayed to Baba with deep devotion and humility. Swami, I have heard that people take refuge at your feet with their unbearable sorrows and you immediately grant them succor. I have come to you with a burning desire. Please do not forsake me or make me return empty-handed. Baba said, give me 5 rupees as Dakshina. As Ratanji was about to do so, Baba said again, no need for that much. I have already received 3 rupees and 14 annas. You only need to give the balance. Ratanji was puzzled. He was seeing Baba for the very first time. However, he did not say anything and did as he was told. Then he sat down at Baba's feet and told Baba about his sorrow. Baba said, why do you get anxious unnecessarily? Your misfortune has started to dwindle from now on. Baba gave him Udi, placed his hand on Ratanji's head and said, Allah will fulfill your desire. Having received Baba's blessing, Ratanji returned with his heart full. Das Ganu and Ratanji discussed in detail the 3 rupees and 14 annas that Baba had spoken about. Ratanji thought again and again of what it could mean. Suddenly he remembered something. Before his journey to Shirdi, Ratanji had received a Muslim saint called Mauli Sahib at his house. He had spent some money on the arrangements. He was shocked to remember that the amount he spent was exactly 3 rupees and 14 annas. Baba had known this. Fully convinced of Baba's omniscience, Ratanji became a staunch devotee. In due course, he was blessed with 12 children. 4 of them survived and lived long. In the early days, Baba did not accept Dakshina. Those days, he would collect used matchstick and put them in his pocket. He did not ask anyone for anything. If people offered money, he bought oil or tobacco with it. Sometimes he took the coins that some devotees offered and put them in his pocket, only to return them to the same people later. It was much later, when people started flocking to Shirdi, that Baba started asking for Dakshina. He demanded Dakshina from anyone, Hindu, Muslim or Parsi, who came for darshan or to offer worship at his feet. It would not always be small amounts. Baba did not hesitate to ask for amounts ranging from 100 to even 1 crore. Sometimes he demanded more and more money from certain people. If they had no more money left, he even asked them to borrow some. He stopped only when it got impossible to borrow as well. Finally, Baba would tell the devotee, "Do not worry, you will receive many times what you have given. Give up all your anxiety and be peaceful." In this material world, man is most attached to wealth. If he can offer money without any hesitation, it is akin to offering his heart at the feet of the divine. God wants us, not what we have. It is to make this possible for his devotee that Baba demanded Dakshina from them. It is not wrong to earn money, but it should be earned so that we may perform righteous actions with it. Usually, most people spend money on sense pleasures. This is dangerous. Money that is spent well will lead one along the path of righteousness towards happiness. Charity removes dangers and takes one close to God. Once, a man, an asura, and a deva approached Bhagavan Brahma and sought advice. Brahma said one word, "Da." Devas understood Da as Dama or self-control. Asuras took it to mean Dhaya or compassion, and mankind took it as Dhana or charity. This means that the act of charity has been prescribed for us. The Taittiriya Upanishad too extols charity. It says, "May your charity be heartfelt, be not miserly, but generous with charity. Perform charity with humility and modesty, with the attitude that you have been blessed to perform a meritorious deed." This will help in subduing the senses. Charity is an easy way to gaining victory over desire, anger, and the like. Baba demanded Dakshina to reduce our attachment to wealth and thus make us worthy of the greatest treasure. Baba aimed to make us worthy of immortality through renunciation. Baba had no purpose with money other than this. For one such as he, who had everything under his feet, what use was some paltry currency and material goods? When Baba accepted Dakshina from devotees, they enjoyed his results 100-fold. They still do. The famous actor Ganpatrao Bodhas says in his Marathi autobiography, "Sainath often asked me for Dakshina. There were times I had to empty my money bag before him, but as a result, my money bag was always full. I never lacked money. It came to me abundantly. I bow again and again at the feet of Bhagavan Sai. I pray that I am blessed with the dust of his feet. Listen to Sai's Leelas day and night. You will be freed from all shackles of Maya and experience the highest bliss. I hold tightly to Sai's feet and take refuge in him. I pray to Sai to bless me so that I may never let go of his feet. I offer Shastanga Pranam." With this prayer, end of chapter 14. Om Asahayasahayaya namah.